We all made a mistakes. I made a mistakes that I'm not really proud of. Some made a mistakes once, twice, some 3 times, 4 times, and still they never learn. Perhaps they want to make sure the right way or the proper way of making a mistake, I guess. And we all the time use the argument of we are just human, we're bound for some mistakes. But the fact that we knew this kind of things, that we knew that we're just human and we are bound to make a mistakes, and we never do something about it and just let it do like that, it's already a mistake. It's no longer a mistake, it's already a choice. But luckily, I'm not here to talk about life mistakes and lessons. I'm here to talk about travel mistakes. But if you really insist of talking about life, then perhaps we can grab a cup of coffee and talk about life. Deal? Alright. So here's my top 12 travel mistakes that you should not make during your travel. I learned some of this the hard way, and some also I learned from other travelers. So stay tuned. Okay, let's start with number 12. Packing too much. Yes, so we are very excited to go to a certain destinations, and then you pack a lot of clothes, a lot of pants, a lot of everything, that you pack too much. I tell you, the moment you're going to do that, you will be in trouble, because sometimes you will exceed your baggage, right? Your luggage, then you'll pay more. So I highly suggest that you just pack lightly, because at the end of the day, in your destinations, you will go shopping as well. So leave your bag not really full, so that you can still buy things you still have space for the things that you need to buy later. Number 11, not bringing the right shoes. So traveling most of the time it involves a lot of walking, right? So it sucks to have like the blisters if you have the foot injury like what I suffered from before. So make sure that you bring at least a spare of flip-flops or sandals or comfortable shoes. Anything that is comfortable. You will thank me later. Okay, number 10, not bringing local money. Yes, I highly suggest that before you go to a certain destinations, try to have a little bit amount of the local money, because as you go down, the plane landed, right? Sometimes you're starving, right? And then sometimes, although there's a lot of ATMs around the world, but when you withdraw, sometimes the exchange rate sucks, right? So just to make sure that you can have some spare money to buy, and especially for your taxi also, so you have some small change to pay first, because you bring some local money. Okay, number 9, not asking the taxi driver if it runs on meter or flat rate. Yes, so in case you're traveling in a country where there's no Grab or there's no Uber, right? So, and you only, or then you miss the bus, for example, and the only option that you have is the taxis. Sometimes taxis will rip you off, right? But okay, the moment you try to go by taxi, try to ask the driver before you're going to hop on. Try to ask if it runs on meter or the flat rate. make sure you are going to ask first. Okay, number 8, notify your banks. Yes, so if you're planning to go abroad, right, and without notifying your bank that you're going to that specific locations, guess what? You cannot withdraw the money in your ATM, and it really sucks. It happens to my friends. It didn't happen to me, and it really sucks going there because, of course, because the bank knew that. How come suddenly there's a in the foreign country withdraw your money, right? Of course, that is their basic protocols. I think that you need to block some your account first. So make sure that you all the time, you always inform the bank prior to your travel. Inform them which country are you going to, so that they will know. Number 7, not bringing some basic medicines or first aid. You know, some of the first aid, right? Like for injuries, for fever, or food poisoning. So make sure that at least you have like 2 or 3 capsules or tablets of medicines, because I tell you, shit happens all the time. Number 6, not socializing with other local travelers, local people, or other travelers. You know, we need to connect to other people. Perhaps you can learn something from them if you're going to ask, for example, a direction, right? So you need to ask them, you need to socialize, or with other travelers, you need to ask about their how they manage to go there. Perhaps you can learn something from just that conversation. So don't socialize. I know like myself, I'm also an introvert guy. I likely to do whatever I want without disturbing some of the other tourists, but there are times that really you need to socialize, you need to ask them, you need to talk to them, you know. It can be your greatest conversation ever. Number 5, not asking the price before you're going to give their services. Like for example, like a tour, right, or like a motorcycle tour, a day tour, or whatever it is. Make sure that you always ask first, because I tell you, they're going to scam you. It happens to me. I learned this lesson the hard way. Make sure that you will ask how much is it for this kind of services. Otherwise, they will going to add on, then they will really rip you off. Take note of that. Number 4, drinking too much. Yes, some of us, we like to enjoy through alcohol, right? So liquor, and also sometimes we all the time just drink and drink, because you know the beers are cheap, right? Some in other places, in other Asian countries, they are very cheap, and then sometimes you forget to just want to drink and drink and drink to the point that you get drunk. I tell you, a lot of cases where you're being robbed or being, you know, there's a lot of things going on, especially when you get drunk. Number 3, not enough time in between connecting flights. Yes, this one, a lot of travelers miss their flight, because guess what? They miss their flight because they just like, when they arrive, right, they only like maybe 1 hour or 2 hours in between to their next flight. I tell you, shit happens all the time. Make sure that you really at least 3 hours is the minimum, you know, because there's still a lot of going, like what happened to me in Indonesia, where really I almost missed my flight because I was in the wrong airport, and really all the personnel there, I'm asking where's this specific like airlines. They keep on pushing me over here, over there, and to the point I get fed up. Then luckily it was also my mistake. Then like 1 hour before, I already rushing to go to other airport, because yeah, if I don't have that enough time in between, and then really I will miss my flight. So make sure if you're going to have a connecting flight, right, make sure like at least 3 hours in between, or even 4. It's better to just wait there, right, unsure, rather than you miss your flight, right? Number 2, not checking ahead of the time of the bus schedules or the train schedules. Yes, you know, sometimes we are, especially backpacking, right? Sometimes we just go here, go there, but knowing that you know the actual time, you can adjust yourself, right? That okay, if this is the first one, I need to be here, or if this is the last bus, I need to be before there, because like it happens to me where I need to stay for a few hours, like an overnight, just because I missed the other schedules, and really it sucks really big time. So you know, I learned that lesson the hard way. So before you're going to your next destination, before you're going to make an arrangement, that you know, so that make sure you know the time exactly, and so that you can adjust yourself, that you don't need to like stay overnight in a place of like it's a very dark or in nowhere. So you know, don't let that happen to you. And number one, having an unrealistic expectation of your physical body. Yes, you know, sometimes including myself, I'm also guilty of this one. I thought that I can do it at some point. Of course, I still can do it, but really, you know, the struggle is very real. Sometimes it can be very exhausted and sleep deprived, because I like to pushing myself all the time, and because we have this idea that, you know, we don't know that when will be again we can visit this country, right? So we're trying to make use of everything what we have got, but sometimes it's just all in our thinking, but our physical body cannot cope up with what we think, you know. So just sometimes it can lead into another trouble, so you don't know, right? So sometimes just take it easy, you know. Don't like what I did before, like really I pushing my body, I keep all that pushing to the point that I have my injury, I have my Achilles tendon rupture, and it's so painful. So you know, this kind of things, just take it easy, relax, and enjoy along the way. Guys, if you learned something from my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see videos like this. And to those who are new here, welcome to my channel. This is a place where I take you to the most exotic places in the world, along with travel tips and ideas and cost. And also, guys, click that notification bell button so that you get notified every time I'm going to upload a new video. And also, guys, click this video here or here, either this one or this one.